In number 5, our first step is always going to be to isolate the radical. So look at this radical. Is there anything in front of or after the radical that we need to get rid of? No. So the radical is isolated. Our next step is going to be to square both sides. Now, when you square the right side to get rid of that radical, you have to square the entire left side. Now, this is incredibly important. X plus 2 squared means x plus 2 times itself. Squaring something means that you multiply that thing times itself. Because there is addition inside those parentheses, you can't just say this is x squared plus 4. You can't just apply the exponent because there's addition, and that messes things up. On the right side, we just have 2x plus 28. So let's actually do this. You have to FOIL it out, double distribute, whatever you call it. X squared plus 2x plus 2x plus 4. So we have x squared plus 4x plus 4. Okay, what do we do when we have x squared and x in the same equation? It is something that we love to do. What do we love to do in this class? We love... Look at the door. There's a sign about it. We love factoring. Yeah, we love factoring. When you have x squared and x in the same equation, you need to get one side equal to 0 so that you can factor and solve. So you may want to write yourself a little note about that, because remember, this is an open note test. All of our tests this year are open note, so that note in your notes might be helpful to you. I'm going to subtract 2x on both sides. I'm also going to subtract 28 on both sides. That gives me x squared plus 2x minus 24 equals 0. We are looking for two numbers that multiply to give us negative 24. Remember, you're multiplying to get that third number. Those same numbers need to add up to the middle number 2. Okay, ways to get 24. We've got 1 times 24, we've got 2 times 12, 3 times 8, or 4 times 6. Which of those could give us 2? Negative 4 and 6. So we have x minus 4, x plus 6 equals 0. Which means our solutions are positive 4 and negative 6. Okay, red flag. If you get two solutions, the chances of one or both of them being extraneous increase significantly. If you have two solutions, you better be checking both solutions, because there's a really good chance that one of them might not work. When we check them, we're going back to the original equation up here before we did anything. And you can use mental math to do a lot of this. So if I plug 4 in here, what is 4 plus 2? 6. The left side, I get 6. If I plug 4 in here, what's 2 times 4? And 8 plus 28? You can use your calculator to help you. It's 36. Does 6 equal the square root of 36? Yeah, that totally works. So that is a solution. Now let's try plugging negative 6 in there. What is negative 6 plus 2? Negative 4. 2 times negative 6 is negative 12. Negative 12 plus 28 is 16. Really, the fact that the left side is negative is the problem. The square root should equal a positive number, so that's your extraneous solution. Now, sometimes both solutions work. Sometimes both solutions don't work, but usually one of them is extraneous, the other one is fine. And it's not always the negative number, sometimes it's switched. Okay, I just changed the example in number 6. I want you to try this new example on your own. So pause the video, give this a try on your own. I tried not to do anything to this original problem so that we could go back to that when we check our solutions. So here I squared both sides, which is x plus 3 times x plus 3, so I FOILed that out and got x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 3x plus 19. Get 0 on that right side, keep your x squared positive. We factored, and that gave me x minus 2 times x plus 5 equals 0, so our solutions are positive 2 and negative 5. Now if I check these in the original problem, 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 times 2 is 6, and 6 plus 19 is 25. So under the radical, I have 25. 5 square root of 25, that's legit. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. Ooh, already we're, that's probably means it's extraneous. 3 times negative 5 is negative 15, and negative 15 plus 19 is 4. The square root needs to equal a positive, not a negative, so that is an extraneous solution. Now, just because these two examples had the negative number being the extraneous solution, that doesn't mean that the negative number is always extraneous, but it often is. So definitely check the negative one. But when you have two solutions, you should always check your solutions. So the keys to look for checking for extraneous solutions. And you may want to write this in your notes, those of you who are watching the video. If you end up in the process of solving, if you have an even radical equaling a negative number somewhere in the process of solving, that's a red flag that you may have an extraneous solution. Make sure you check your solution when you're done. If you have to factor and solve and you end up with two solutions, that's a red flag that you may have an extraneous solution and you should check your solutions. Your assignment is in Big Ideas. It is 5.4 Part 1. There is a 2-click limit because it's a multiple choice, multiple answer select type of problem.